Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Annalisa and this is going to be a Pride Month weekly vlog. This is June 1st, so I'm gonna vlog a week at a time and put out 4 vlogs for June. I'm very tired today, so it's quite late. That's my food, it's ready. So as I was saying, it's like 6 o'clock in the evening before I started filming today. And I'm having... My mom's working tonight, so my dad and I are both making our own little dinners. Normally I cook dinner for the whole family. It's not worth it if there's only 2 of us instead of 3. I like to have Knorr, which is like a knockoff of rice-a-roni. So it's white rice with little bitty noodles. And I have 2 flavors that I like. I like the broccoli with the chicken flavored, and I don't think there's any actual chicken in it. And the Mexican rice flavored, so that's got like red and green peppers and chili powder in it. But yeah, you cook it for 7 minutes and then it's supposed to sit like this for 2 minutes. And I like the Knorr instead of on-brand rice-a-roni, because on-brand you have to like cook the rice and noodles separately first and for like 7 or 8 minutes, and then you have to boil it for like 10-15 minutes. So it takes a lot longer and it's more complicated. So I really like this off-brand. It's really fast and easy and I like the flavors. So, but yeah, I've just been kind of exhausted today. I slept in later than usual. My dad had to wake me up to go grocery shopping. Usually I wake up by myself because we don't leave till 10:30. The only reason I can think of that I'm so tired is that there's more pollen in the air, so my allergies are worse. I have taken 2 different antihistamines today, and maybe it's helped at this point, but I have sat on the couch and played video games all day. Not that that's different from what I've been doing every day lately, but usually if I'm inspired to do something creative, like today I needed to make a TikTok video to start off my Pride book recommendation series, and I was just, I did not want to do that. As far as physically doing it, I wanted to do it as far as motivation wise, but like I was so both mentally and physically tired. But I managed to do it. So I was thinking I shouldn't film anymore today because I'll just look miserable and tired in all the footage. But you know what makes me feel not miserable and also won't involve looking at my face, so you won't have to see me looking miserable? My garden makes me happy. So plus I kind of want to do an update, so like you can see what stage my garden's at the very beginning of the month, and then see like the middle of the month and the end of the month. This is my little tomato plant. It has little tomatoes. These are some volunteer moss roses from our moss roses from last year, which were also volunteer. We actually bought the first round of these 2 years ago. This is my plum tree. It has plums on it. It is cute and little, but quite a bit bigger than it was last year. This is the peach tree, and it has peaches. Raspberry bush, complete with budding raspberries. These are some of my bean plants. There are lots of weeds around them, but I ordered a tiller that's coming on Monday. But I won't be here Monday. More on that later. Sweet corn, giant pumpkin, some kind of volunteer gourd, patch of volunteer sunflowers, and roses that we rescued from my grandparents' house. We have pink, 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 and white. This is me and my mom's fairy garden. It's got some tree detritus in it, but it's pretty cute, and I'm trying to grow the little buds off of this over here. I'm supposed to not water them for 10 days, so I can water them June 10th, which is the day I'm getting back from Spokane, where I'm going not to work on the house, but to dog sit for my aunt and uncle who live there. They have 2 big Labradors who are like 2 years old. They're very energetic. gonna be great. Something has come in the mail. Da, 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 da. It came 2 days early, 3 days early. It's Friday, it's supposed to come on Monday. It's my rototiller. I would have filmed me unboxing and assembling it, but my dad helped me with that. And I'm too awkward to film in front of my parents. So, yeah. I also already tried it out. Remember how this was all weeds? Now it's dirt. So now I gotta turn all of this into this. Pretty hard work, so I didn't do much more than what I showed you, and probably be sore tomorrow, so I probably won't do any tomorrow morning, and then we're off to Spokane. But Annalisa, you ask, what have you been reading? This is a reading vlog. Well, I actually finished Middle Game by Shauna McGuire the first day of this vlog, June 1st, and it was of her audiobook. I just happen to have this, and it is about a couple of siblings who are separated at birth, adopted into different families, and then watched by these creepy scientists who made them in the first place to see if they manifest the doctrine, which has something to do with the girl being really good at math and the boy being really good at language. It is fantasy mixed with horror, set in this world mostly, and I was like, what's with this weird hand with the candle? Why? It's so weird. You find out in the book. It's horrific. So the horror-y bits are not really my type of vibe. That's really why I've only read a few of Shauna McGuire's works. I've liked what I've read, but they're just not totally my vibe. I like this one a medium amount. It has an aromantic main character. The girl Dodger is, according to the author, aromantic and allosexual, which you don't see very often. She doesn't explore that in the book, and it's not on page because the character is really too busy to be figuring that kind of thing out. She is devoted to her math, and so isn't really spending time figuring out her romantic and sexual orientations, but that's what Shauna McGuire says about her, and it works with what is in the content of the book. So that's why I was reading it, and yeah, I recommend if you like Shauna McGuire's mix of fantasy with horror. So like if you like the Every Heart a Doorway series, and are okay with something medium darker than that, this would be good. I would say it's darker than T. Kingfisher's fantasy, but probably not darker than her horror. So like this is quite a bit darker than Nettle and Bone. But yeah, now I'm reading Unseelie because it became available from my library, and it is about an autistic young woman. And it uses the changeling trope and subverts the changeling trope because the changeling is autistic and she's also a good person. And being mean to changelings because they're different is wrong. So yeah, it's pretty good so far. Now we're here with Norbert, and Norbert's got one of my shoes. He likes shoes. So we're gonna spend some time with my aunt and uncle and my brother. And yeah, I got instructions on how to take care of my aunt and uncle's dogs and house today, so that'll be good. And I listened to Unseelie for pretty much the entire car ride here, so that was almost 2.5 hours. So now I'll only have like 45 minutes left of the audiobook. And it's done that thing that fantasies sometimes do where they make things really hopeless before we can make a comeback to the climax. And I really don't like that, so it's not my favorite plot format. But I am still really enjoying the characters.
You wanna go outside? Norbert wanna go outside. Okay. You gotta move, Norbert. You gotta scoot over. Norbert, get up. You can stand. Get up.
You understand about it? You have to walk outside.
Yeah. And you're gonna sit right there. Okay, you gotta go a little further so I can shut the door. Yeah. Norbert likes to go outside in the mornings. He likes to go outside quite a bit. But he also takes a while to warm up to the being outside thing, so he just sits outside the door for a while. Then he'll start, you know, moseying around the yard. We went out to dinner with my aunt and uncle last night to a place where we could eat outside. And the little neighborhood where we went had a pride pub crawl going on, so we got to see lots of people dressed up in their rainbows. That was fun. I need to dig a hole to plant a tree in. We brought a tree up from home in the car and we're gonna plant it in the front yard. We also need to buy another hose to more effectively water this yard because it doesn't have underground sprinklers like we do at home, and it's looking bit dry. Yeah. And then there's also a bunch of yarrow growing in the middle of the backyard, which is nice because it's a native plant, but not nice because my brother has to mow it.
I think I'm gonna get my gloves on. Pull all these big weeds here.
Good idea.
They're easy to pull, typically.
Yeah.
I've got the water. I didn't quite get to my part good enough, so I gotta go in a different place.
Now he's moved into the sun. That's better, isn't it, Norbert?
I've got the end of his leash right here.
Oh, he's in the shade. You can just see his tail. It's Friday, and this is Freddie, my aunt and uncle's cat. Isn't he beautiful? He's named after Freddie Mercury. Yes, you are beautiful. You are so very pretty. Oh, so pretty.
So I'm now dog and cat and house sitting, and I'm not going to be able to film as much as I would like this week because I didn't bring the battery charger for this camera, so I'm going to save a lot of the battery for what I'm hopefully doing on Saturday, which I'll edit out if I chicken out, but there's a pride parade and I'd really like to go and I'd really like to film it. So I'm going to be brief and say that I am currently reading Bianca Torre is Afraid of Everything, which has trans rep, and I finished Unseelie, give it 4.5 stars, and continue to really like all the characters. Looking forward to the sequel. It did a couple things I didn't really like with the plot, but other than that, it was really good. I thought the rep was great. And I'm now reading The Lost Girls by Sonia Hart, which is a vampire story about 3 vampire girls who were turned by the same guy gradually over decades, and he pretended he loved them to get them to change into vampires with him, for him, and now they have to follow him around because they're compelled to be around their maker. He's kind of a menace to vampire society, so they're gonna kill him, and that's that. So I'm gonna film a little bit more than I thought because I caved and ordered a new battery charger from the Jeff Bezos site.
Hello. Hello, you're beautiful. But that doesn't mean I want you to lick my face.
Like you did the first day I was here and got in my mouth.
Thank you.
No. But yesterday, me and my mom went to a used bookstore that was lovely, and I found Strike the Zither for $6.50. So I'm really excited about that because I really wanted to read this one and had it coming in from the library. And I think it'll be really good. So I will check in again. This is day 6.
So it's Wednesday, day 7. And these are the dogs, Mishka and Molly. And this is how they get when they think I'm going to take them on a walk. Which I am.
Remember that book I told you about with the vampires? So they're trying to get rid of this vampire who created all of them, and the new girl that he's trying to make into a vampire, our main character, starts to develop feelings for her because she's bisexual.
and I just finished it, and it was only an 8-hour audiobook. It's pretty short, and I thought it was pretty well done. There is a lot of killing of humans just to eat and not for any, you know, reason. So beware of that going in, and it does get pretty gory at times, but I gave it 4 stars. And that's going to be the end of the vlog because I'm out of battery. The new charger is coming in tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which will be another vlog. If you'd like to leave an emoji, how about a dog because of the dogs? Bye!